Imagine this, 5 million years ago, long before cities, long before names, long before stories like this were ever spoken, small groups of early humans stood at the edge of a vast ocean, waves crashing against jagged rocks, salty mist hitting their faces. And in that moment, their entire survival depended on instincts carved deep inside their bones. There were no words, no maps, no tools of comfort, just raw hunger and the endless search for food. The tribe was tired, their children weak, their bellies empty, and in front of them the sea roared like a living beast. They had learned to gather fruits, to break open roots, to hunt small animals, but today the land gave nothing, and so the ocean became their last hope. One man, his body scarred by old hunts, crouched low on the shore, staring into the foamy water, his sharp eyes catching flashes of silver, fish darting just beyond his reach. He tightened his grip on a crude spear, nothing more than a sharpened stick, and stepped into the cold tide. The waves struck his chest, pulling at his legs like claws, and the tribe held its breath as he raised his weapon high. Suddenly a splash, his spear struck but missed, the fish vanishing into the deep. A cry of despair rose, but then, as if the sea itself was mocking them, a larger wave rolled in, carrying with it a struggling fish tossed against the sand. The children ran forward, shrieking with excitement, their tiny hands clutching at the slippery body, and for the first time in days, the tribe tasted victory. But survival was never easy. No sooner had they secured their prize than the air split with a new sound, a shrill cry from above. A giant seabird swooped low, its wingspan larger than any the tribe had seen, claws outstretched for the fish.
Little one, sleep.
The man roared, throwing a rock with primal fury, striking the bird and sending it wheeling back into the sky. But the message was clear. Nature always fought back. Every bite of food had to be earned. Every step was a battle. And so they adapted. The ocean became their teacher. Women crouched along the shallows, scooping shellfish with bare hands, breaking them open with sharp stones, the salty meat giving life. Men learned to weave branches into crude traps, placing them where the tide would rise and fall, capturing fish in the rhythm of the sea. At night, when the fire burned low inside their cave, the sound of waves filled their ears like a lullaby and a warning at once. They painted lines in the sand with their fingers, imitating the shapes of fish, teaching the children where to strike, how to move, how to listen to the water. Fear never left them. Shadows of predators lurked in the forest behind, eyes glowing in the dark, waiting for weakness. But here, at the edge of the sea, the humans found not just food, but a strange kind of courage. One night, lightning split the sky, thunder shaking the ground, and a storm rolled across the ocean like a monster unleashed. The tribe huddled deep in the cave, firelight flickering on their faces as wind screamed and waves hammered the cliffs. They watched, terrified, but also awed. The storm was power beyond anything they could understand. When the morning came, the world looked different. The beach was littered with dead fish, broken shells, even the bones of animals washed from the deep. For the humans, this was both tragedy and gift.
What is that?
The sea destroyed,
I don't know.
but it also gave. Children danced, gathering food from the sand, while elders lifted their eyes to the horizon, wondering if beyond that endless water there were other tribes, other fires, other lives struggling just like theirs. The story of humanity was written in moments like this, moments of hunger, moments of fear, moments of triumph stolen from the jaws of nature. And as the tribe feasted on the ocean's offering, a new idea began to form in their minds. The sea was not just an enemy, it was also a path, a mystery that one day, far in the future, their descendants would cross. But for now, all that mattered was tonight's fire, tonight's meal, tonight's survival.
The storm had passed, but its memory lingered. The beach smelled of salt and death. Yet the tribe could not stop. The sun rose mercilessly, and with it came the hunger of a new day. Bare feet pressed into the hot sand as men, women, and children drifted inland, leaving the raging ocean behind. Beyond the shore stretched an endless savanna, golden grass swaying in the wind, scattered acacia trees standing like lonely guards. Shadows moved in the distance, each one a question, food or death. The tribe walked in silence, children clutching their mothers, men gripping sharpened sticks carved from wood. Hunger burned deeper than fear, but survival demanded both. A boy stumbled, too weak to keep pace. His mother lifted him, whispering sounds that were not words, but still carried meaning, comfort, love. In the Stone Age, language had not yet been born, but emotions were carved into every gesture. Then the wind shifted. The scent came first, heavy, metallic, familiar, predators. The leader froze, scarred face grim, and raised his hand. The tribe obeyed instantly, sinking into the grass. Through the swaying stalks, golden eyes appeared. Lions, 2 of them, muscles coiled, hungry. The silence shattered. Roars split the air as the beasts charged. Mothers screamed, children cried, men threw stones and spears. One hunter stood his ground, spear trembling in his grip. The lion leapt, claws flashing. The man's cry tore through the grass as he was crushed beneath its weight. But instinct bound the tribe together. 3 men rushed, striking, stabbing, roaring louder than the beast itself, until finally the lion collapsed. Victory was theirs, but not without sacrifice. The fallen man lay broken, blood soaking the soil. The tribe did not have words for grief, but their tears told the story. Survival allowed no mourning. The lion's flesh became food, its hide clothing, its bones tools. Life was taken, life was given. That night the cave flickered with firelight. Flames danced on stone walls, and the tribe huddled close, listening to the world outside. Hyenas cackled in the distance, jackals barked, owls screeched from the trees. The fire kept the predators back, glowing like a second sun, a miracle of safety. The leader lifted a burning branch high, thrusting it into the darkness. Sparks rose like stars, and for the first time, humans felt power not born of muscle, but of mind. Days turned into weeks. The tribe wandered further, tracing invisible paths across the savanna. They followed birdsong to hidden waterholes, watched elephants tearing branches, listened to the distant thunder of wildebeest herds. Every sound became a lesson. The warning cough of a leopard, the splash of a crocodile, the trumpet of a charging hippo. The world spoke, and slowly humans learned to listen. One evening, the river found them, wide, endless, alive. Fish leapt in silver arcs, and relief washed over the tribe. They drank greedily, laughing without words, splashing water across tired faces. But danger was never far. From the far bank, an ancient shape slid into the current. A crocodile, massive, armored, patient. Its eyes gleamed above the surface. The tribe scrambled back, hearts pounding. They had no weapons for such a monster. Respect, not war, would be their survival. From that day, they approached water cautiously, teaching their children to listen for splashes, to never drink alone. Night after night, the fire burned. Men struck stones together, shaping blades sharp enough to skin hides and carve wood. Women taught children to carry embers, guarding flame as if it were a newborn child. The tribe began to change. They were no longer just prey. They were becoming something more. Creatures who thought, who planned, who adapted. But the greatest test was yet to come. One night, under a silver moon, shadows appeared. Humans, but not their own. A rival tribe. Their bodies lean, eyes hard, spears gripped tightly. For the first time, man faced man. A silence stretched, broken only by the distant roar of lions. Then a cry split the night, and chaos followed. Spears clashed, stones flew, voices thundered. Fear threatened to consume them, until fire saved them once more. The leader swung a burning branch wide, flames tearing across the night sky. The rival tribe faltered. They had never seen fire used as a weapon. Terror drove them back into the grass, leaving only silence behind. The victors stood breathless, their faces lit by firelight, and their hearts pounding with something new: identity. They were not just survivors anymore. They were becoming masters. The savannah sang around them, lions roaring, hyenas laughing, elephants trumpeting, owls calling. But for the first time, the humans answered with their own sound. The crackle of fire, the rhythm of tools, the quiet hum of survival turning into something greater. A spark had been lit, and it would never die.